How's it going, guys? Just got through watching another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! I was going to call it Zexal then, Arc 5. So in this episode, it's the continuation of the first duel. Basically, Yugioh has just summoned some pendulum monsters. And it turns out that no one's ever seen pendulum monsters before. So it's not actually just new to our human world, it's new in the series as well. The opponent explains, like, how's he summoned all these monsters? The commentator, spectating sort of thing, they're all like, is that illegal? Well, the duel disc read it, so it must be alright. So it turns out that in this universe, he's the only person that we know of so far that has these cards. You'll notice during the duel, he summons two monsters with his pendulum cards. He summons Arbok from Pokemon, and he also summons some weird fish, which looks really fucked up. What's interesting is, after he wins the duel as well, he sort of like goes, whoa, that's that guy. Oh, I've been dueling. And then they're telling him that he's won, he's just like, oh, okay then. So it seems as if like he didn't even realise he'd been dueling, which is a bit odd. I assume it was because like he was like really in the zone. I don't think someone took over like a Yami Yugi kind of thing, like there's someone else that duels for him. There's some guy who's investigating him that seems to be like the evil bad guy about the whole series, and he's like, oh, can you tell me more about this pendulum card? How has this child got him? Give me some stats on Yuma. Give me some stats on Yuya. It shows you all of Yuya's stats on this computer screen. I actually wrote down the stats. Yuya's tournament career, he has played 38 matches. He's won 20 and he's lost 18 with a 52.63% win ratio. So he's very average duelist at this point. One of the main characters in this as well is a girl who I've just been referring to as the pink-haired girl, but I'll remember her name now I know what it is. She's called Yuzu Hiragi. I like her banter with the main character. They seem to be like kind of best friends. Probably like borderline, like almost relationship kind of thing. All these kids have signed up to this school because they've seen this Yuyu using the pendulum summons, so they want to see him do it again. So he has a duel with Yuzu. It finally justifies where, you know, in like normal duels when like a big blast happens and they get knocked back like this. This is finally the reason why this actually would happen, because the attacks are real. But that made me think, like, if you was to get a blue eyes white dragon and you were to burst stream of destruction or whatever that his attack's called, and that was a hit you, wouldn't that just kill you, like vaporise you? So basically, because he didn't really remember much about pendulum summons, he's still got his pendulum cards in his deck. How he wouldn't have noticed them in there in the first place, I don't know. He's like, yeah, I think I know what I'm doing. I saw the replay, like, I get what I'm doing. So he puts an odd eyes, and I forget the other one, but it's like a scale of 4 and 8, I think. When he goes to summon his monsters, the duel disc basically just says, no, fuck you, that ain't gonna work. Anyway, she attacks him. He goes to summon his monsters, and the duel disc just basically says, fuck you again. And he gets blown to smithereens and he loses. After the duel, everyone, all the kids that have been watching him that had signed up to the school, just thinks, oh, he's a cheater. He's got these cards that no one else has. He's probably rigged the system, considering he doesn't know how to use them as well. They call him like a fraud or something, or a failure, and that upsets him again, because that's what they used to call his dad. So he puts his goggles on over his face to hide, like, the sad eyes. You know, the anime sad eyes. The little blue-haired lad who, like, gave him a little pep talk from the first episode. He comes out and is like, no, you're great, you did all this, and that gives him back his confidence. And he even says he's going to enter in some kind of tournament, which I missed exactly what they was talking about, so he's going to enter whatever that tournament is. We finally end up with like a final scene where there's some blonde-haired lad chucking darts, and in his earpiece you can hear the guy that was checking his stats before saying, you're going to have to steal the pendulum cards off him, and we'll give you all those rare cards you wanted. And he's like, yeah, okay. And you notice that he's actually throwing the darts at a picture of Yugioh on the wall. So that looks like the antagonist of the series. So we've got the antagonist, the big bad guy. So we have to see where it goes. Definitely a good episode. I enjoyed it. I like the main character still. Very fun. Like the second main character. Not a big fan of the little kids. They all seem to get on my nerves with that horrible drony voice. That's all I have to say for that. And thanks a lot for watching. See you soon.